What's going on, folks? Nev from NASDAQ Bits here, and today in news that we're not going to care about in another generation or two, facial recognition tech at Chinook. That's right, malls have started using facial recognition softwares to figure out exactly who is looking for what. They found this at a kiosk. It looks like it looks like they were running a program that ended up popping up in front of the kiosk. So this is one of the kiosks that, as you'd see here, you would go up and you would look for certain stores, you would look for information or this, that, or the other thing. And man, when this Redditor found it, he posted it, it just went boom. People were not happy about this. People do not like having their face scanned. Interestingly enough, the facial recognition stuff doesn't work very well for Amazon. They tried it out, and it turns out that it was not good at recognizing who was where. So I believe Amazon is working with the police on this. But anyways, they took some faces of criminals and put them against people of Congress, and a bunch of Congress people turned out to look like a lot of these criminals. Just to give you an idea how horrible it is. So what this center was doing was they were trying to use it to figure out what the age of people. It seems like they were trying to figure out the age of people. On the side of the kiosk, it had a little camera in it, and they were trying to find the age of the people that were looking for whatever. It wasn't exactly the kind of thing that they were scanning everybody's face all the time of everybody that went through. And what I got to touch on here is it's a little bit disturbing. Not that people are worried about this, but the fact that people aren't worried about the NSA, aren't worried about Project Five Eyes, aren't worried about their information being reviewed by a man in the middle attacks by the NSA, by our own government. They don't believe that this stuff is actually happening. It's unconscionable, but when it happens to them right in front of them, when it's right in front of them and they can see it, it actually brings concern to them. Now, actually, I don't, this is nothing to me. I used to be concerned about this kind of stuff, but this is absolutely nothing to me considering what's being done. I mean, the NSA is taking encrypted data that's going through the network. They're saving it and they're using it. They're gonna decrypt it later when they can actually reasonably do that. So I don't get why everyone's getting their panties in a knot about this because they're already the governments are doing this to such a huge scale just from sitting in front of our computers. So if you want to get information from Google, you'll probably have to go through an IP or two on the way. If one of those IPs are being watched by a man in the middle, if one of those IPs are being watched by a man in the middle, then like the NSA, for example, then they're going to get your data. And even if the data is encrypted, they'll save it and wait for a time when they can decrypt the data, and then they can see exactly what you're doing then. So I really don't get why this is such a huge issue. And it was the Canadian real estate company behind some of Canada's most popular shopping centers say it's suspending the use of cameras embedded in its mall directories while the provincial and federal privacy commissioner investigates their usage. Oh, that's it. That's it. They don't mind if the government's watching you. They just don't want anyone else to be watching you. The government can do it for national security, but nobody else can do it. This directory in the Chinook Mall in South Calgary was using facial recognition technology. Cadillac Fairview, which owns this mall, says they suspended the use of the technology while the provincial and federal privacy commission investigate. Just doesn't seem like such a big deal to me, but I don't know. What are your thoughts? Post them in the comments section. Anyways, that's it for me. Then from That's Tech Bits. Have a good one, folks. Take care of each other. Don't be spying on each other.